Let's get some simple music playing in the background. Hello, hello, people. Hello, hello. How are you all doing? Hope you're doing well this morning. I assume music's decently loud. Alright, cool. Let's go online. Alright, welcome everybody. So, for what we're doing today is the design of the royalty. We've been kind of holding off on doing this Excel sheet for a while, and one of the things I've been wanting to do is basically get all of the races down in here and, overall list their leaders. So we're going to work on that today. But what I'm actually going to do is we're going to also split these up as we're working on them in the races on which race goes, or the races in different time periods. So we'll move this around as we're working here. So once I am done here, we're gonna try and actually get these guys to, let's get them down here instead and bring you down as well. You'll see what I'm doing here in a moment. First, we're gonna organize things, get all set up, and then go from there. Alright, let's expand that out. Let's go to the race creation some more. So let's get all of the races done first, and then we'll move everything around. But, for today, I just kind of wanted to work on getting all of these creatures, all these races done, and getting the royalty pack done. We've been holding off on doing a lot of this, and I think it's about time we start working on the timelines a bit more. I've been kind of, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for here. I've been kind of hesitant to work on the royalty because as we do, it's going to expand the race information, and we're going to basically have a ton of extra stuff to work on. However, at the same time, we don't have the general history down, and I think one of the ways we can make the history work out better is if we start getting like some of the general information done. So, which I haven't really been doing, and I think this will really give me a better idea of the timelines, and it'll give my players a chance to go in here and say, oh, okay, I know who this character is, I know where to reference them. It'll also fill out our race page a bit better, which is something we desperately are going to need. So, that's what we're kind of working on today. I know it may not be the most interesting, but I haven't actually been doing these streams, so I figured this might be a little nice change of pace. I've been kind of holding off and chilling out. So, but I think today might be kind of fun to mess around with it as we haven't really in a while, and I feel like I'm kind of in the mood to work on the lore of my overall setup. Oh yes, the Alpha Born. I remember that. Declared by Toutler. Yep. We will put the Alpha Born down here. Alright. So let's organize real quick, because we want to keep everything kind of set up so that way it's easy to keep track of. So we're going to come down here, bring you guys down to say here. We're going to bring all these guys up. And then the next thing on the list, and this is just kind of how I do book work for those wondering, is I'm going to put an X where the race starts, like is created, so that way we can keep track of like, oh, hey, we need to make sure there's a king here. And then I'm going to make sure I keep a lifespan counter by them. So that's kind of the goal for the day. We're also going to be alternating colors on this Excel sheet because otherwise this is going to give me a headache looking at it. Alright, let's go up. But for those who work on this kind of stuff, one of the big things I've learned when creating like a book overall is that I've had to kind of keep everything kind of organized. Otherwise, I forget things like no other. And so that's kind of been the big issue for me. That's kind of why I started doing the Excel sheet thing to better keep track. And this is a really good tool for just running in here, looking at what's going on. Okay. And we're not using Excel, we're using sheets to make this easy. Let's do format. Is there a way? I'm just curious about something. Those are charts. Yeah, I'm not really interested. That's just deleting, and then that's for saving stuff. Okay, that's fine. We'll work on it as we go. Alright, so for today, we're going to go ahead and get this work done. So we know these 14 were created in the first stage, so we're gonna mark that down. Where they begin. B, because that'll make it. And then we're gonna do timelines for a lot of these. So that'll make this easier. Doing the same thing onto the wars and copy and paste, which is gonna be real nice. That's one of the things I am going to change on these is okay. Let's see. Eric Cochran, Knowles, Blackheart. Okay, so the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. put an event down during this time, call it the Humbling, I think, because sorry about that. There we go. So we'll call this the Humbling during the Age of Chaos. We'll put this as an event for the genocide. Here they are. Call it the Humbling. Alright, and we'll put this in 7001 BS. That's the year it would happen. Alright, perfect. And what we're going to call this, or what we're going to do with this, is we're going to put this down as the time that Nyx basically destroyed them. We'll call it a war. Alright, what's this? Ariel and 11. Got it. Ariel and 11. And then we're going to bold. There we go. Then shift underline. Okay. When Primordial, the Broken, defied Nyx River Song, and began, and fought for the immortality of all genocide, to which in the end would ultimately see their lifespans shortened extremely as Nyx slayed Primordial in single combat. Okay, so we're gonna go down here to lifespans here. 300 to 400 years, yep. I agree with this. Once immortal, the genocide people find themselves still with long lifespans compared to others, but nothing compared to their once proud glory as the primal beings. Okay, that adds a little bit more spice to them. So we'll have another king there, and then they'll rule for about 300 to 400 years. So we're gonna make a note of that in royalty. Lifespan 300 to 400 years. Okay. Alright, next is the Aarakocra. Let's work on them, as we don't have much information about this race. This is actually one of those few species that I haven't fleshed out very much. Aarakocra. Ugh, yes. It is a species that is a mystery that we haven't worked on too much. So they do average 30 years. That's good to know. We might change that later. Lifespan 30 years. And they are founded in the beginning of corruption. I don't think we have any information on their species, though. Let's see, I'm looking for a name here. Okay, another interesting note is that it seems that Aarakocra had a hero king. Okay, Kal-El. Got it. So we're gonna put him under notable kings. Okay. So let's put him up here under nobles. Hero king listed in founding. Okay. And then let's put Kal-El here, as we wouldn't know his time of rule again, but it does give an idea. Okay. Alright. And we don't have anything after this, because during the Age of Chaos, he wouldn't have lived very long, most likely. There might have been multiple Kal-Els, but we'll kind of flesh out the world as we go. I'm just thinking here. Okay. Alright, so for gnolls, we're on to them next. I don't think we have any gnoll kings besides Redtooth, so I think we're good for that one on the Silencia side. Let's look at the Black Orcs. Orcs. There we go. Now, it would be during this time that their god was created, I believe. Yes, because, oh no, that's Grom. Let me look at the Black Orcs, because I know they have a, yeah, Arden Wrathhammer. Arden Wrathhammer, he is during the Age of Expansion. So, the Black Orcs come into being in, what time? In C. So they are in the beginning of Corruption. I am gonna say, let's see, for first nobility, we have Arden Wrathhammer. I'm just reading this. There holds a broken crown, which shows that the orcs may not kneel to a crown, but rather the crown must be earned and made by the individual. Fourth is a skull that represents the mortality of the orc, and that life ends sooner than it begins. Those who follow Arden, they must earn their place in his halls to enjoy the great drink. FFA. Sing, fight, and enjoy tales of other great warriors in the hall. We're just gonna call the first king the ancestor. First king of the orcs. If you could call it kingship, when most tribes still don't recognize your existence. Supposedly the father of Arden Wrathhammer, and the one who would go on to implement the idea of founding a fully organized, I'll fix that word here in a minute, kingdom. Organized, thank you. Alright, we'll call him the ancestor, because Arden would rule during this. Okay, because Arden Wrathhammer would most likely be since he becomes a god in the Age of Expansion, I'm actually going to put him and Eredin down for those two roles, so let's grab them both, because I believe, oh no, the Green Orcs aren't right afterwards. Okay, so I'm actually going to put Arden only, and then we're going to get rid of you for a moment. Let's make you gray from X to, okay. So we'll actually put Arden down as a ruler as well. Arden Wrathhammer. First a king, then a god. Okay, got it down. And then we'll put, because I don't think where are the Green Orcs in this? I'm just looking for their name real quick. Oh, Green Orcs don't rule till E. Oh, Age of Expansion. Got it. So we'll put Eredin Warclaw at that point. Because that, yeah. So I actually need to fix that time period then. Go to God's Creation. Eredin, becomes a god during Age of Expansion. Oh, okay, so he can rule during this time, that's fine. Well, actually, no, because he wouldn't theoretically. Eredin Warclaw might become god, let's say, from 7,000 to... Now, I know orcs don't have a very long lifespan. What do I have them listed as? And 60 years. So I'm gonna say, what's 7,000 minus 60? I can't think right now in math. 6940. All right, yeah, I'll say that. We'll say 6939. So it looks like he lived for longer. Okay, and we'll expand that out a little bit. There you go. All right. Let's continue on with this pattern. Oh, well, yeah, can I? Let me see. Go in here and alternate coloring. There we go. Perfect. Thank you. Much easier to read now. Yes, that looks so much better. Okay. So now we've got the dwarves. And I don't think we have. Oh, we just closed that. Damn it. Didn't mean to close it. Let me go back into my history through the ages. We'll close the black orcs because we don't need them anymore. Okay. Let's go back to royalty here. See, it's already coming together quite nicely. I think I'm liking this. I'll probably come up with a better idea later. I wouldn't mind doing the dragons though. What is a good name for a dragon? Because I don't think we have a page for the dragons themselves in the races. We should, but we don't. We have the Dirka. We don't have the dragons themselves. You know what? We're gonna add a new Google Doc for the dragons. We're gonna grade their own race. All right. Let's go in here, grab the base document so we can make this proper. We'll come up with a better name later. Gotta get all this because this is how we format our pages. Keep it based format. Another good tip if you're ever working on this stuff is you want to make sure you get the proper formatting page. So you always want a base document you can just copy and paste over. And this has some better design, which we'll be copying over later. All right. For the dragons, let's see. What can we name the first Dragon King? You know what? I've got an idea. Mav Asi. And we're gonna name him, we're gonna call him, we'll just leave it that. And then we also are gonna have Saphira, because she was the queen of the dragons. Although, what time does she come into position? Yeah, it'd be during this time. Yeah, and then you've got the Six Sigma dragons that will rule during this time period as well. But I like this idea. We'll put X to current. She still rules over all of the dragons, so. But we'll put Mavasi down in here under past nobles. Mavasi, the first draconic or dragon king to have ruled unanimously throughout the draconic and then we'll put Saphira down probably here later for the current royal family, because she is the current noble. Saphira, the iced crown. currently the second and only ruler of the dragons that are left. And we'll do the Six Sigmas here. The first character to have ruled unanimously throughout. Yeah, we'll come up with more details for him later. Alright, I think that's pretty good for today's stream. I think we got some good progress in here. I think that as far as it goes, we're gonna continue working on stuff as we can. Now I am gonna continue. Let me make this line black again because we want to make sure this is a good split. We'll continue working on this as we go, and I think this will give a better idea of what's going on for many of the species, and give people an idea of, oh, hey, this is when this person rolled, and so on and so forth. So I think we had fun. I look forward to doing more streams like this. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed.